Welcome to this basketball broadcast brought to you by WHOU and WFKT by Bowers Funeral Home, the County Federal Credit Union, TNT, Northern Maine Community College, Scoville Building Supply, FAP Body, United Insurance, J. McLaughlin Construction, Daigle Oil Company, Priority Auto Sales, Rick Hannigan Plumbing, Cushman & Sons, KVHC, County Ag and Turf, Holton Tire and Steelstone, Maine Equipment, Griffith Ford, Napa and Coastal Auto Parts, Pat's Pizza, Madigan Home Healthcare, Pioneer Times, Pioneer Broadband, Thompson & Hamill, Aroostook Limousines, Huber Engineered Woods, Jeans Electronics, County Physical Therapy, Katahdin Trust Company, White Smiles, Maine Baseball Academy, S.W. Collins, Nortrax, Herring Brothers. Now let's go down to the floor.
Back on WHOU at Presque Isle High School, Steve Carmichael with Bobby Russell getting set for game number 2 of this doubleheader. It's Foxcroft and Presque Isle. The Wildcats coming in with a record of 2-2 at number 9 in Class B. Foxcroft a couple spots behind at number 11 with a record of 2-2 as well. So a very important game early in the season, Bobby.
Well, both ways. It is an important game. Heel points on the line. Foxcroft's got a little momentum going with a couple wins back-to-back, and the Wildcats needing to get back on their winning ways after dropping one to WA on Saturday.
Presque Isle picked up the win against Old Town in their season opener, then lost to Holton for picking up a victory last Saturday against Waterville, and then going down to Washington Academy and taking the loss against the Raiders. Yeah, as you mentioned, Foxcroft won 2 games in a row. Very athletic team. Victory over John Bapps in overtime.
Well, and for the Wildcats, Stevie, certainly this is leading into them having Ellsworth and MDI come up here next weekend. There won't be any games in between, so a little momentum for them.
Yeah, I'd say they play MDI and Ellsworth, and next week they play the Caribou Vikings. So a very difficult stretch upcoming for Presque Isle. And after they play Caribou, they host Herman. So really, Presque Isle getting to the teeth of that schedule, and they're looking for a good performance for some momentum.
Yeah, the schedule doesn't get any easier, and absolutely want to have some momentum heading into that tough stretch.
Right now, we'll send it over to the voice of the Presque Isle Wildcats, Richard Ezzi, to meet the starting lineups, brought to you by the County Federal Credit Union.
10, Ethan Dorr. Number 12, Sam Harmon Weeks. Number 15, Brad Witten. Number 25, Anthony Smith. Number 31, Austin Seavey. Number 33, Alexis Fidalgo. Number 40, Caden Crocker. The head coach for Foxcroft Academy is Tyler Erickson. Assistant coach, Toby Nelson. And now let's meet the Presque Isle Wildcats. Injured player, number 44, Connor Albertson. The reserves, number 10, Jude Mosier. Number 14, Ben Ryan. Number 20, Noah Urema. Number 22, Jacob Devine. Number 32, Noah Flynn. Number 34, Mason Fletcher. Number 52, Connor Rideout. The head coach for Presque Isle is Terry Cummings. Assistant coaches Greg Whitaker, Dave Whitaker, and Bill Jarrett. Managers Abby Urema and Michaela York. And now let's meet the starting lineups. For Foxcroft Academy, a senior, number 3, Caleb Crocker. And for Presque Isle Senior, number 12, Sam Bollier. For Foxcroft Academy Senior, number 11, Jed Dean. And for Presque Isle Senior, number 24, Caleb Wheaton. For Foxcroft Academy, a senior, number 14, Jacob Rains. And for Presque Isle freshman, number 30, Malachi Cummings. For Foxcroft Academy, a junior, number 23, Logan Martin. And for Presque Isle sophomore, number 40, Xavier McAtee. And for Foxcroft Academy, a junior, number 24, Lucas Ames. And for Presque Isle senior, number 42, Nathan Willett. The officials for this game are Mr. Pedro Rodriguez, Mr. Joe Kluke, and Mr. Frank Frost. The certified athletic trainer is Mr. Andy Hellstrom of County Physical Therapy. Finally, the Wildcats and Ponies respectfully request that all spectators display proper sportsmanship at all times. Please do not boo, taunt, or degrade coaches, players, or officials. Let's make good citizenship our number one priority.
Tried a little bit different there with Mr. Ezzy plugging into our Comrex to be able to get the audio for the starting lineups coming in much more clear.
Touch.
His idea. So
Nice.
we have to get in touch with Fred, see if we can get him a free
Get
subscription.
him on the payroll
Yeah,
or
we
something
might
like
have to.
that.
As we get set to begin the second game of our doubleheader.
I thought that's what you were paid the big bucks for, to come up with those ideas, but that one must
Hey,
have escaped
no,
you.
he's much smarter than I am.
Okay.
I'm not gonna say I'm smarter than him. Trust me. Cummings will tip it off at center with Martin. Mr. Rodriguez, Mr. Frost, and Mr. Kluke are officials. And off the tip-off, two players stumble to the floor, and it's down to Presque Isle with Caleb Wheaton, the senior, at 20 points in their loss against Washington Academy. Bollier inserted into the starting lineups. Underneath, Willett wearing the high sock on one leg. As a rebound down to Lucas Ames.
Wildcats will start out man-to-man.
That's Crocker. Over to Jed Dean, a terrific shooter for the Ponies. Now Crocker for three. Swish. Good start for the Ponies.
It was. Let that one fly right in front of the Wildcat bench.
Cummings with it, the freshman. Hands off to Bollier. Now to Wheaton as he shuffled feet, and that'll be a travel.
And Lucas Ames is going to draw the assignment on Caleb Wheaton. Talking to Coach Erickson before the game is slow Wheaton down. He says it's not going to be easy to do, but we're going to try to do that. Putting Ames on him to lock him down early.
Crocker with it across the arc, and it goes off of Malachi Cummings. Three seniors in the starting lineups. Martin and Ames are the juniors. Martin, a terrific, as Toby Nelson mentioned at the halftime interview, just an amazing football player for Foxcroft Academy, as shot and missed there by Dean.
Well, he also mentioned he had a big game in, what was it, their last outing, 31 points.
31 against Belfast as Cummings in transition misses the lay-in. Martin will launch it from deep. He's a bit too strong with it, and the board down to Caleb Wheaton. Gallops his way into the front court, into the paint, pulls up from 11 feet, back iron, off no good, and the rebound down to Martin.
Well, the kids are getting up and down the floor, Stevie.
Attacking the rim that time was Rains, and a block call on McAtee.
Just a split second late. I'm sure Mr. Frost will be pleased that you give him the thumbs up on that one.
Right call there. As we've mentioned a couple times, but it's nice to see Mr. Frost back there on the floor officiating.
It is. We need all the officials we can get. So anybody out there, even remotely interested, I would suggest checking the IABO 150 website out.
Rains missed the first free throw. Cummings the rebound. Still a 3-0 lead for Foxcroft. Just a three-pointer from Caleb Crocker, the only points we've had so far. Pass was a bit off target there, but Wheaton able to keep possession. Crosses over, gets a screen from McAtee, drives baseline, gets one defender in the air, can't finish. Dean and Wheaton fight for it, comes down to the senior, and the putback goes.
That's nice work there by Wheaton. Initially denied, but stuck with it.
Caleb Wheaton strikes first for Presque Isle as Martin's runner wouldn't fall. Bullier back the other way. Cummings thought about it, left-hand dribble, pulls up just inside the arc, knocks it down.
Well, that's a tough shot, going left, pulling up, shooting with the right hand. Hand in his face as well. Drills it.
First lead of the game for Presque Isle. Martin goes over to Jed Dean. Caleb Crocker crosses over, and we're going to get a foul call on Malachi Cummings.
They're just reaching in out top on the penetration of Crocker.
Jed Dean will trigger it in. Lobs it to Martin. Picked up by Bullier. They'll swing it to Rains. Martin attacks off the dribble. Rains trying to kick it out to Crocker.
You know, that's a nice job by Sam Bullier staying in front of Martin.
Ames looking to isolate. Right-hand dribble into the paint. Puts up the shot. And a foul on Caleb Wheaton. But Foxcroft Academy looking to isolate one-on-one. As that time they had Ames going around Wheaton.
Well, they're trying to spread the floor and keep the lane open. And you're right, attack the rim. Unable to stay in front that time.
Ames misses the first. So Foxcroft right now 0 for 3 from the line. They make it 0 for 4 as Cummings will clear it. Cummings leans in, and a foul call on Rains. That'll be 2 shots at the line for Cummings. Makes the first. Head coach Terry Cummings very pleased with the foul shooting for Presque Isle in the early going. Said upwards of between 70 and 75%. And for high school team, really any team, take all the players into consideration. That's pretty good.
It is, absolutely. Knock them down at a high clip.
It's Cummings.
Certainly going to bode well for closing out games down the stretch.
And a 5-second call on Crocker. So as Foxcroft knocked down the first shot of the game, and since then, nothing.
Well, I would say Foxcroft doing a good job at controlling the tempo and not really letting Presque Isle get up and down the floor.
Noah Flynn stepped on the end line. And a timeout called here early in the game by Foxcroft Academy. We'll keep it right here. So Presque Isle with an early 3-point lead. 4:14 remaining in the first quarter. Steve Carmichael with Bobby Russell. And yeah, for Foxcroft, as you mentioned, controlling the tempo, but right now, a bit cold offensively.
Well, yeah, they're certainly controlling the tempo in keeping it a slower style pace here in the early going. But offensively, really having trouble getting the ball in the lane. And they've had a couple free throw opportunities in the last possession, but Presque Isle doing a nice job keeping them in front, not letting them by. And Foxcroft really looking to use the dribble penetration.
It'll be Foxcroft basketball on the end line. Presque Isle comes out with a bit of zone pressure, or man-to-man pressure. As Ames has it, fires it to the midcourt line, goes off of Rains' fingertips. It'll stay with the Ponies. Ames with it. Kicks it out to Crocker for 3. In and out. Rebound tipped and down to Xavier McAtee.
Wheaton missed time to jump. Unable to bring it in, but it gets batted over to McAtee.
Bollier out to Cummings. He'll launch it from deep and bury it.
He caught the ball, a little hesitation. Kept his eyes on the rim, though, and you're going to give him that much time and space. He's certainly going to let it fly and knocks it down.
Pass over to Dean in the corner. He'll launch it for 3. That one doesn't go. Going to go off of Noah Flynn. It'll stay with Foxcroft. Cummings with an early 7 points. Martin misses. Rebound down to Wheaton. Foxcroft so far getting some decent looks, just unable to knock any down. Another solid look for Cummings. That one came up short. Jed Dean with it in the backcourt. Double teamed. We'll reverse it to Martin.
The Wildcats doing a nice job bottling up the outlet pass.
Crocker, second three-pointer knocked down for him. He's got all 6 for Foxcroft, and they trail by 3.
Well, and when they bottle up the outlet pass but don't get back in time, Foxcroft had the numbers. Crocker, couple of threes.
Dumps underneath to McAtee, who will bank it up and in.
Well, they forget all about McAtee, late rate rotating back over. Good find from Noah Flynn.
11-6 your score, 2.5 remaining in the first quarter. Crocker over Rains with Flynn on him. Rains trying to get a shoulder past Flynn. Screen set. Martin launches it for 3. Rims out. Cummings rejected by Rains. They're going to get a foul call.
Good crossover and into the lane. Jump stop goes up. Hits him on the arm as he goes up.
So the freshman will head right back to the line. He's already 2 for 2 from there. Gets another one. Checking in for Foxcroft Academy will be Fidalgo. Urema in for the Wildcats. Crocker, screen set by Martin. Ames recovers the loose ball. Steps back, fires it over to Crocker. Dumps underneath looking for Fidalgo, and we get a hold call on Flynn, I believe.
Well, that's going to negate some good defense from the Wildcats that time. Sam Bollier again moving the feet, staying in front. Really caused the forced pass in there, but give it back with the foul.
Crocker finds Dean in the corner. Misses the 3. Urema, nobody picked him up. He's going to go all the way to the basket for 2.
Woo! Youngfella thought he was going to take off from the free throw line. 2 long strides up and in.
9-point lead for the Wildcats. Dean to Crocker. Martin with it. Left-hand dribble. Kicks it out to Ames. He buries the triple.
Oh, all the points for the Ponies come from behind the arc. That one was little dribble penetration, draws the help, and nice kick.
Yeah, talking to Coach Nelson, he did say they launch a lot of threes as McAtee looks for a shot there, knocks down the mid-range jumper.
Just trailing down the court. The ball rotated backwards. Those are the systems you like to play in, aren't they, Stevie?
Yeah, absolutely.
Throw up the 3 ball.
Fidalgo out to Dean. Couple crossovers. McAtee stays in front of him. Fidalgo gets around Flynn to the basket, and we get a hand check call on Noah Flynn. As Cummings checks back in for the Wildcats, as does Fletcher. Martin dumps it underneath to Fidalgo, leans in. Lay it up and in. A bit awkward looking, but
it was. It looked like maybe you're going to drag the pivot foot, but maintained it. Slithers underneath to lay it in. Good find.
Cummings crosses over, gets around Fidalgo to the basket, will lay it up and in.
That's a good strong take there. Just mano a mano.
Martin steps back, launches it from the baseline. That'll come up well short. And that'll do it for the first quarter of play. The score 19-11. Presque Isle with the lead. We're back in 60 seconds on WHOU.
Tired of the same old boring meals? Try something new this week. TNT Takeout at 69 High Street in Holton has what you're looking for.
And believe me, the name doesn't lie. The food is dynamite. Every pizza is loaded with lots of gooey cheese and delicious toppings, from traditional pepperoni to barbecue chicken combination to vegetarian pizza or all meat.
You can grab their specials or enjoy salads to food off the grill, Mexican seafood, and hot or cold subs. TNT Takeout, the convenience store that has it all.
Call 521-5250.
From kitchen excellence to building damage, owning your own restaurant comes with a lot of liabilities.
Among drivers, vehicles, and business property, there's a lot of exposure.
If our equipment fails, we know United Insurance has us covered.
For us, finding the right words for marketing campaigns is simple. Finding the right insurance is not. That's why it's nice to know United Insurance has us covered.
United Insurance has us covered.
United Insurance has us covered.
The United Insurance has us covered.
United Insurance has us covered.
19-11. Presque Isle leading as we welcome you back to Presque Isle High School. Malachi Cummings, the leading scorer in that first quarter for the Wildcats, and in the game, had 11 points. 4 of them from the free throw line.
A nice read there by Lucas Ames. Just couldn't do the tightrope act on the sideline to save it.
Bollier with a high arcing three-pointer knocks it down.
One might have brought a drop or two. Gets it to go.
22-11. Martin trying to find the range. Still can't find it. Ames. As Martin looks like he's splitting the A gap as a running back. Able to get to the rim.
He certainly did there. Just stepped right through. Laid it in.
Urema, it's a tough look there off the side of the backboard. It'll be out of bounds.
Had one of those calls the other night. Hit the brackets behind the backboard.
22-13 is your score. Crocker across the arc, lobs it underneath to Ames, catches it in traffic. Tried to find Dorr as well underneath, but it's stolen away by the Wildcats. Now Fletcher has the pass intended for him knocked away by Dorr. Out to Cummings for 3.
He's feeling it today, Stevie. That is second 3 of the game.
14 already in the game. The lead is up to 12. Ames out to Martin. Gets a step around Cummings. The runner, that rolls in.
It's a tough shot there. It's the upper body strength. Able to take it.
Urema. Long rebound tracked down by Martin. Looking to go around Wheaton, lost the handle. Now Wheaton with it. Left-hand dribble into the paint. Jump stop to the rim. Got blocked from behind by Dorr. Fletcher, though, there for the putback.
Nice follow by Fletcher. Good strong move by Wheaton. Love the way he comes to the jump stop, powers up. But couldn't tell if he got blocked or lost control. Anyway, I like the follow by Fletcher.
Ames. Out to Martin. Martin's jumper back iron, no good. Bollier will clear it for the Wildcats. Wheaton into the front court. Ball end up out of play. It'll stay with the Wildcats. As McAtee will check in for Wheaton. Being a bit shaken up, as now in for Foxcroft is Caden Crocker and Sam Harmon Weeks. Cummings from way downtown, back iron, no good. That's a heat check.
Heat check. Absolutely.
Martin gets around Cummings, then gets him in the air, and he'll lay it up and in.
It's also a good job. Cummings got beat that time, but didn't commit the foul, just getting the 2.
30-second timeout here. We'll keep it on WHOU. 5:35 remaining in the first half. 27-17 is your score. Presque leading Foxcroft Academy. Remind you to get your subscription before the Maine Basketball Hall of Fame Classic. If you'd like to get your fix of basketball over the weekend, get your subscription at whou.live. Be able to tune in for all the action from the Cross Insurance Center. There's plenty of games for you in just 2 days. If you got nothing to do on the weekend, well, better than tune in for some basketball, Bobby.
Well, there's that, but there's also, don't forget about us.
Yeah, we're going to be doing Ellsworth Caribou and MDI in Caribou, those doubleheaders. Our first look at the Vikings in person this season. The defending state champions.
Well, now let's not. It's my first look at them. You've seen them. You've been around the preseason
I did go
tournaments,
to the tournament.
and my understanding is you might attend a practice or two to do a little scouting, just so you know what they're trying to do.
I don't think I've attended any practices. Back the other way, Dorr trying to save it. He does. That's a Bobby point if I've ever seen one, Bobby.
Give it to him. Mark it down. Great hustle.
Martin, the runner, came up short. And we get a foul call here on Foxcroft.
I believe it's going to be after the ball left the hands, a continuing momentum.
It'll be on Martin. As Wheaton checks back in for Urema. And a bit of full court pressure applied now by Foxcroft. Ames is on Wheaton, trying to prevent him from catching the ball.
Yeah, that's a good job. Just try to keep it out of Caleb Wheaton's hand as much as possible.
Bullier to the basket. Still loose. Ames will pass it over to Dorr. Ames will step into a 3. Miss it. Martin skying for the board, and the putback with heavy contact from Fletcher. Martin with 8 points in the quarter.
Well, nobody put a body on him, and he just went up and got it. Again, there's that upper body strength he has, able to finish.
Urema checks in for Fletcher.
Rugged young man.
Sure is. Martin's got all 9 for Foxcroft in the quarter, as they've trailed by 8 at the end of the first quarter. They trail by 7 currently. Urema trying to put it back up to double figures. He misses. McAtee, though, is there for the putback. And McAtee with 6 points in this first half.
Well, that's a nice job by Xavier. Just went up between 2 ponies. A lot of contact as well, and still able to muscle it out of there.
Martin from deep. Buries it.
Whew, held the pose on that one. Felt good when it left his hands.
His first triple. He's up to double figures. 12 in the game and in the quarter. Cummings rips it through, trying to knife his way through the defense. And a foul called near the elbow.
Looks like that'll be on Caden Crocker.
(29-23) your score. 3:55 remaining in the second quarter. McAtee will trigger it in. Set a screen on the baseline for Wheaton. They switch on it. And they go to Cummings. Swing it to Urema. Misses. Rebound fought for. Dorr comes down with it. Protects the basketball well and will outlet it to Ames. Back the other way. Martin gets around Cummings. Tried to kiss it high off the glass. Doesn't go. And then Bullier and Dorr fight for it. And the tie-up possession arrow favors Foxcroft.
A good hustle. Both Bullier and Dorr getting after it. Dorr saves another opportunity for the ponies.
And I think we're going to have a team control foul, a moving screen called on Dorr as Cummings and Dorr bump knees. They both are a bit shaken up.
Just enough of a little shimmy to Dorr's left. He wants to, they're both going to come out. Yeah, that hurts. I haven't done that in a while, but I can tell you.
Yeah, it doesn't feel good.
Give them a few minutes. They'll work it out, but initially, that's a stinger.
Yeah. So the team control foul went on Ethan Dorr as he checked out with a knee injury, as did Malachi Cummings. They'll be checked out by athletic trainer Andy Helmstrom of County Physical Therapy. .335 remaining first half. Bullier drives to the right. Out to McAtee. Ben Ryan out there for the Wildcats. Now a three-pointer on the way from Bullier, no good. McAtee, the offensive board, rips it through up with the left hand and gets the roll.
Yeah, beautiful move by McAtee. Using the left, stepping through.
Backdoor feed to Dean to the rim, wouldn't go.
That's a good look, great find on the cut. You know, McAtee made that look a lot easier than what that was. That was a tough shot.
McAtee once again underneath, got hit, couldn't finish. But Xavier McAtee so far playing real well in this first half. Will head to the line.
He sure is. That time he was on the weak side. Find him, use the power dribble, step through. Rolls up the front of the rim. He was begging for it to go.
So it'll be McAtee at the charity stripe. Misses the first. Cummings is okay as he checks back in.
That's one of those where you almost really have to keep moving a little bit to work, let it work itself out.
McAtee misses them both. As the rebound comes down to Foxcroft. Inside out dribble. Martin kicks it out. Harmon Weeks now aims in the corner. Back to Martin. Fakes the handoff. Fades away. Uses the glass well. And it spins in.
Well, that was a tough shot, too. He turned himself into a pretzel. Jumps in the air and spins. And just the fake handoff enough to get the defense on their heels.
Cummings zips it over to Ryan. Steps back across the arc and buries a three.
Rattled it home. Looks like they're only going to give him two.
Looked like his foot was behind the line, but nonetheless, it is a 2-point field goal. Referees there get a much better view than I do. Martin attacks the rim all the way. Once he gets a step, he is by you. And a 30-second timeout called by head coach Terry Cummings, as Logan Martin right now has exploded in this quarter for,
16 points?
16 points. He's got all 16 in the quarter for Foxcroft.
Well, like you said, when he gets his shoulders squared up to the basket, it's tough to keep him from getting to the front of the rim.
33-27 is your score. 2:15 remaining in the first half. Presque Isle leading Foxcroft Academy. Very important early season game here. These teams right now are close to each other in the heel point standings. Presque Isle at number 9, Foxcroft at number 11 as a whistle and a hold.
It's going to be away from the ball. Caden Crocker trying to deny Malachi Cummings.
As Caleb Crocker will check back in for Harmon Weeks. Malachi Cummings already 4 for 4 from the line. Will head back there as Willette is back in for right out. Cummings makes the first. He's the leading scorer for the Wildcats with 15. Makes them both. Now tied for the game lead with Logan Martin. 35-27. Crocker goes over to Martin. Baseline for three. Misses. Ryan will let it sail out of bounds. It'll be Presque Isle basketball.
But Ryan doing a nice job of blocking Martin out, not allowing him to track down that ball as it went to the corner. Taken away.
Inbounds pass intercepted. Crocker attacks the rim. High off the window, it falls.
Good hands by Lucas Ames to just take the inbound away.
35-29. McAtee looking at a three-pointer there. Came up short. Ryan trying to throw it back up and in. Doesn't go. And then McAtee is stripped by Crocker and recovered by Ames. Pass high, recovered by Crocker. He'll launch it from deep. Was too strong. Cummings couldn't handle it as Caleb Crocker almost came away with a steal. Cummings will lob it to McAtee into the front court. Ryan is open on the near side. McAtee finds him. Ryan called for the travel. As Bullier will check in for Ryan. And as he came in, provided some valuable minutes. Knocked down a three, or a two, excuse me. It's close to a three.
I'll have to go back halftime and watch the clip.
I don't think I'm going to do that.
No? All right.
Martin.
We'll call it two then.
That's right. Loose ball, tie up. Arrow favors Presque Isle.
McAtee and Crocker. Caden Crocker getting on the floor after it.
McAtee faces up. Now to Willette. Drives baseline. Tries to go on the reverse. Knocked away by Dean. And now Jed Dean has it. Outlets it to Ames. Back the other way. Over to Martin. Left-hand dribble. Kick out Crocker. Straight away. Can't get the roll.
You're right. They do like to hoist the three ball. Oh, a little touch pass. Maybe a split second late would have had him for the easy two, but finds him anyway. Xavier McAtee going to go to the free throw line.
Yeah, McAtee missed two earlier from the line. Led right back there. And misses that one. As Harmon Weeks is back in there for Caden Crocker. McAtee's got 9 in the game, and the lead is 7 for Presque Isle. Harmon Weeks left wide open. Back iron no good. Dean will kick it back out to Martin. His three is too strong. Ames trying to fight off Wheaton for the rebound. Goes off his hands, and it'll be over to the Wildcats.
Get yourself spotted up around the arc. You're going to get it from the Ponies. Let it fly.
15 seconds left in the first half. Bullier, guarded by Crocker. Right-hand dribble, step on him, kicks it out to Cummings. Left-hand dribble, mid-post, up with the runner, banks it home.
Well, he does the drive left, float it back to the right as well as anybody. Big first half for Malachi Cummings.
38-29 is the score as we head into the locker room. And Presque Isle got off to the good start. He said Cummings, and, well, he kept it going, and the Wildcats hold on to a 9-point advantage right now.
Yeah, they certainly are, and he's had a nice first half. Tough moves, though. Driving, that's not easy. Driving left, shooting right.
As we get ready for the half-court shot.
My ticket's too early.
Yeah. We'll see what the shot, I believe, is worth.
$702 according to the board down there.
$702. We'll see who
Somebody
gets the
could
ticket.
use that, yeah, for
last
Christmas season, huh?
Last minute Christmas shopping.
Here he comes. We got, did this fellow shoot before?
I don't believe that's the gentleman that won it.
Oh, no. He had the wrong string of tickets? I don't know. We got nobody stepping up.
Nope, this gentleman does appear to be stepping up now, so. I believe that's Gavin Akeley. Gavin Akeley. I believe.
Getting confirmed here by Mr. White.
Nobody said otherwise, so I guess we're right.
Yeah, we'll go with it. The phone will ring if we were wrong.
So
$5 booster bucks coming up. Stevie Bucks gets it. That's the first one I think we've seen.
Boy, you were way off.
That was irrelevant. This is the big one. That's just a warm-up. Now he's giving him the pointer here. You can't step on the line. You're the judge, Stevie.
He stays behind the line. He's got a chance. Bit too hard off the glass. And it carries on as it'll increase. As Bobby, you'll have another chance at it. Although we won't be here
Friday, Saturday.
So we got to hope nobody makes it, and then we can come back and you can then get the winning ticket and win yourself some money. The score at the half, 38-29. We'll take a 2-minute break. We'll come back with our Katahdin Trust Company halftime show after this on WHOU.
White Smiles Family Dentistry realizes that life gets busy. We have locations in Presque Isle and Fort Fairfield to better accommodate your busy schedule. If you need to see a dentist but don't want to wait months for an appointment, then call White Smiles Family Dentistry. We are always accepting new patients and can accommodate you as quickly as possible. We offer the area's most complete dentistry, including implants, extractions, root canals, and implant-retained dentures, which saves you from trips downstate or transfers to another dental office. Don't wait months to see your dentist. Call White Smiles Family Dentistry today.
For drivers from Patton to Bangor and everywhere in between, buying from Thornton Brothers is a rewarding experience.
If you're looking for a new Ram pickup, Thornton Brothers is definitely the dealership you want to visit.
Enjoy employee pricing plus on select new 2019 and 2020 Ram trucks at the Big Finish event at Thornton Brothers. Thornton Brothers in Lincoln, your hometown dealer, wherever your hometown may be.
We all know a Aroostook County winter isn't much fun, but it can be with the right equipment. Holton Tire Company at 76 Smyrna Street is your boss plow dealer and carries the King of Snow Aaron snowblowers. Full service department with parts in stock.
Steelstone Industries in Holton is your location for gravel, salt, sand, paving, and plowing. Groundwork materials of all kinds and equipment to move it. We now offer heavy equipment and truck repair at our shop on 289 Station Road in New Limerick. Call Steelstone Industries at 532-2675.
County.me, your source for county-wide sports, including scores and highlights from the greater Holton, Presque Isle, and Caribou regions. We also are the source for all the latest daily news and community happenings for readers of the Holton Pioneer Times, the Star Herald, and the Aroostook Republican and News coverage area. Visit us now on the web at thecounty.me.
Back on WHOU, Steve Carmichael with Bobby Russell. 38-29 is your halftime score. Presque Isle leading Foxcroft. Some numbers for you from that first half for the Foxcroft Academy Ponies. They are led by Logan Martin, who had 16 points, all in that second quarter. Caleb Crocker with 6. Lucas Ames with 3. And Fidalgo and Caden Crocker with 2 apiece. On the other side for Presque Isle, led by Malachi Cummings, who had 18 points. Xavier McAtee with 9. Sam Bullier with 3. Mason Fletcher, Caleb Wheaton, Noah Urema, and Ben Ryan, all with 2 points apiece. So, moments from that first half, Bobby. Some thoughts on that first half performance by both teams?
Well, certainly for Presque Isle, Malachi Cummings coming out hot. Yeah. Really got it going offensively early. Kept it going. Sometimes you'll see kids come out and knock down 3 or 4 real quick ones and then cool off, but he was able to keep it going for the entire first half, balanced scoring both quarters. And defensively for the Wildcats, Sam Bollier able to keep it was Martin out in front of him, and at times not allowing him to get to the basket, but he really exploded. Martin did in that second quarter. 16 big points. Have to find a way to maybe keep the ball in his hands, get him going to the basket. And if they can knock down some threes, they've been taking them. Just haven't been making at a very high percentage for Foxcroft. So they get a few of those to fall, they're going to be right in it.
Yeah, I say Foxcroft Academy really relies on that three-point shot. And I say you live and die by the 3 balls. Some days you'll die by it, but some days you will definitely live by it. In that first half, I say they didn't have a lot of threes, but I mean, with Logan Martin's ability to get to the rim, he does provide some balance.
He certainly does, and it's somebody you have to key on, and the defense collapses. When the defense collapses, you can kick it out to that three-point arc, and if get some kids knocking those down, you stand a real good chance of getting the W here today.
Taking a look at Class B boys, Winslow right now holds the number 1 spot after that upset victory against the Herman Hawks on Saturday. They're 4-1 on the year. followed by the Caribou Vikings, who are 5-0, as they head into their matchup with Ellsworth on Friday that we'll have for you on WHOU. In the number 2 spot, Herman in number 3 at 4-1, followed by, surprisingly, Mount View, the Mustangs at 4-1, in that 4th spot. The Holton Shire Towners 3-3 off their loss against Ellsworth. Washington Academy, who defeated Presque Isle on Saturday, they're 4-1. Ellsworth at 3-1, MCI at 3-2. The Huskies always have a plethora of talent. Presque Isle at 2-2. The number 9 seed Old Town 3-2 under first-year head coach Garrett Libby. Foxcroft Academy 2-3, number 11. And then rounding out the playoff spots in Class B right now, MDI at 2-3. Head coach Justin Norwood has his team in the number 12 spot. And 4 teams get a bye this year in Class B. So right now, when you get down to the lower portion of those playoff seeds, Presque Isle and Foxcroft they're going to be battling it out for probably between, you think you have Caribou, Herman, maybe Ellsworth, WA. It's hard to really say anything about Mount View. I've never seen them play. Winslow, they are apparently very good. They held with Caribou at home for a half. They just beat Herman. So, Presque Isle and Foxcroft, between 6 and 12, there's going to be a lot of teams battling and jockeying for that playoff position.
There will be, and that'll be one of those spots, or those few spots that'll come right down to the last week of the regular season, and depending on who beats who in that time frame, or and every game counts really. So if let's just say, for example, Presque Isle wins here today, but Foxcroft beats somebody late in the season, that's going to give Presque Isle points, or vice versa. So those final spots are going to shuffle right until the last regular season game. But certainly you want to win as many as possible. Hate to drop any if you can't, if you can prevent it from happening, an off night or whatever. But heel points on the line here today. And right now, Winslow had the upset win over, we call it upset win over Herman. But after this coming Friday, Saturday, I think we'll have a little better idea when Caribou Ellsworth play.
Yep.
Maybe who or where the pecking order is at the top.
Yep. Talking to head coach Terry Cummings before the game, he did say he thinks that his team is close to being competitive with, he said with Caribou, they're head and shoulders above everybody. But he said past that, he thinks that Presque Isle is close to being competitive with a lot of teams right in between that 3 to 12 region. And they defeated Old Town in their season opener. They were tough with Holton,
tough with WA.
So I think he's not far off. Presque Isle with a very young team, they play really hard and they play great defense. And right now they take a 9-point lead over Foxcroft into the third quarter. And Foxcroft, a team that they rugged, physical, and they can shoot the basketball.
Well, they can. And the thing that sticks out in my mind is, though, not to harp on it, but the Caribou Vikings, teams can play with them for a quarter, 2 quarters, 3 quarters, but somehow, some way in that fourth quarter, they just wear you down.
Yeah. We're going to look at them there on Friday as they host Ellsworth, and then we'll also have their game against MDI on Saturday as a turnover to start the third quarter for Foxcroft. Bullier will bounce it to McAtee at the mid post. Gets it out to Bullier. Now Wheaton across the arc, picked up by Ames. Jab steps, goes left, kicks it out. Bullier will launch it for 3. Misses. McAtee, though, nobody boxed him out. He'll lay it back up and in.
Well, they were worried about Caleb Wheaton. Left McAtee wide open. Go get it, young fella.
McAtee now into double figures with 11. Joins Malachi Cummings in that territory. Jed Dean drives baseline and a hold call on Nathan Willett.
Those hands up and headed on the arm, preventing the drive by on the baseline.
Dean will inbound. Throws it in over the head of everybody.
That's a good job by the Wildcats denying the entry, making it tough.
Bullier goes to Wheaton, left-hand dribble, step back, pull up, got hit on the arm by Ames, And Caleb Wheaton creating a bit of space on the step back will head to the line.
Well, that's a tough move to defend. You get somebody can knock him down, especially that mid-range area. Wheaton using the dribble, stepping back. It was Ames, just enough arm.
As Wheaton makes the first. And the second as well. Just 4 points in the game for Wheaton.
Well, he was a focal point of their defensive scheme coming in and have held him down real nice. But I'm thinking they were hoping Malachi Cummings wouldn't go off, but he has.
Crocker from way downtown came up short. And long rebound tracked down by Bullier. Into the front court, right-hand dribble, picked up by Crocker. Up top, McAtee for three. Misses. Cummings on the follow wouldn't go. And a board down to Raines.
He had it, Stevie. Skied for the rebound.
Cummings pokes it away from Raines, saves it to McAtee. Give a point. Wheaton inside-out dribble attacks the rim. And a clean strip of the basketball. Goes off of McAtee over to Foxcroft.
Well, we're going to have the third official come in just to verify the situation.
They're going to correct the call and say it's Presque Isle basketball. Get into Wheaton. Pins it up against his hip and stolen away by Ames. No numbers. He'll kick it back out to Dean. He'll step into a triple and bury it.
As you mentioned, stepping in. Momentum headed at the basket.
Cummings quickly back the other way. And we're going to an offensive foul called on Malachi Cummings.
Going a little too fast. Unable to avoid the contact.
Second foul on Cummings. As Presque Isle will apply some full court pressure here. They get into Logan Martin. We'll go right back to Caleb Crocker. 42-32 is your score. Presque Isle leading. Crocker off the dribble, attacks the rim, and that's going to be an offensive foul on Crocker as Cummings stepped in to take the charge.
Oh, that's a nice job. Gets one on his offensive end, but comes back and draws one on the defensive end.
Dorr is in for Crocker. McAtee across the arc. A left-hand dribble, kicks it out, Bullier. Kisses it off the glass, Bullier. Aggressive off the dribble.
We've seen a lot of tough shots fading away to the baseline, away from the basket. Gets it to go.
Ames out to Raines. Now Martin. Scoreless in this third quarter of play. Bullier stays in front of him, but a foul called on the senior Bullier. Logan Martin at the charity stripe, just a junior. Martin makes the first. As our camera guy, about ready to dock his pay if he doesn't keep rolling over there to talk.
Left his station on man multiple times.
You work for me right now.
Your boss is over here and left to me. Don't you forget about it.
Martin goes 2 for 2. Cummings pulls out. That's a tough look for Cummings. Still able to knock it down.
A hand right in the face. He's feeling it this afternoon.
Martin back the other way. Took a bump. They let him play. Witten has checked into the game for Foxcroft Academy as we get a whistle.
Just stop and play, making sure everybody's okay.
As Martin.
Look, he's left his station again, Stevie. Why don't we split his check today?
I agree. We should.
You had to set it up for him.
I did. Then I had to fix it when it wasn't set up properly.
After he broke it?
Yeah, I know. Martin.
Oh. Bring back Ricky.
I think we should. Martin gets around Bullier. The runner doesn't go. McAtee and Dorr battle for it, and a foul going to be called on Dorr reaching in.
McAtee's had a nice ball game inside for the Wildcats here today.
Cummings and Wheaton, bit of miscommunication there.
I thought Wheaton was going back door, but he was popping out.
A little paranoid. I don't know if we're catching all the action. I don't know if my camera guy's standing there or not.
It's not as easy a job as it appears, is it, Stevie?
Well, no, apparently not.
I can catch it all, Steve.
Dean. Out of Martin. Dorr across the arc. Tried to find Ames, went through his hands. Witten recovers it. Out to Ames. He goes to the rim, and an offensive foul called on Ames. Cummings stepped in to take another one. As Mr. Kluge
lacing them up.
Laces we're not tight there. I don't know if the shoe shine got in the way of the laces.
Got too much polish on the lace, wouldn't hold.
McAtee out to Bullier, left open. That'll be out of bounds off the missed three.
Seen that a couple times today, hitting the supports behind the backboard, being out of bounds.
Dorr, Martin, Witten, Dean, and Ames out there for Foxcroft. Urema, Cummings, McAtee, Flynn, and Wheaton for the Wildcats. Ames gets around Wheaton and got him with the body. And that'll be 2 free throws for Lucas Ames.
Wheaton was just a split second late trying to deny the pass, and once Ames got a hold of it, he was able to get by Wheaton.
Ames makes the first. Last broadcast before Christmas, Bobby. It's amazing how quickly it comes, then it goes away, and then it's stretch run to the tournament.
Then it goes away, all right?
Yes.
It comes fast and goes faster. You on the, I haven't asked you on the good list or the naughty list this year?
Well, I brought my kids home a puppy there last week, so it should be on the good list.
Yeah, well, I hope they treat you right.
Yeah. Cummings gets fouled.
Is there any presents under the tree with your name on it yet?
I don't know. It's a good question. I have to ask my wife.
You haven't checked the presents?
No.
Oh, Stevie.
I'd have to get up off the couch to do that. Cummings at the line.
Yeah, the puppy. That's a nice touch right around Christmas, Stevie.
Dad of the year.
Uh-huh.
Well, they've been begging for one for 2 years. I caved.
Now, has it got all the shoes in the house chewed up, or is it well-mannered puppy?
It started on one. Had to nip that in the butt pretty quick. As Flynn's put back wouldn't go. Good game over in Caribou right now. John Bapps and Caribou tied at 23 as Flynn with the putback doesn't fall. Three minutes to go in the third quarter. It's a 10-point advantage for Presque Isle. As we're going to get a timeout called by head coach Erickson. We'll take it with him. 10-point advantage for Presque Isle. Just under 3 minutes to go in the third. We're back in 60 seconds on WHOU.
At the Maine Baseball Academy, our top priority is to create an experience of advanced learning and skill development for all ages. The YMCA indoor turf facility has many resources that we use to our advantage while developing young athletes. Our top-tier coaching staff includes Director of Operations Ryan Lincoln and John Fry, Searsport District High School, Cody Collins, Bangor Christian Schools, and Cam Archer, Old Town High School. Follow us on Facebook at Maine Baseball Academy or call today for more information.
This is Neil. Can I help you? You're where? I'll be right there. What'd you guys do? Giving steals! That's all you did? Yes! There's nothing wrong with that. I guess there is something wrong with giving away steals.
Still, this 2016 CRV SC, now only $17,995.
I don't know why.
They were good steals.
Back on WHOU, Steve Carmichael, Bobby Russell, 2:56 to go in the third. Wildcats leading 46-36. Martin with a give and go with Ames. Witten, as we're going to get an offensive foul called on Ames. The pass and crash, Bobby.
Patented. Textbook. They'll have that on video from WHOU to show to all officials how you don't follow the pass as an official. You watch your area, the man creating the contact, Mr. Rodriguez. He'll be famous.
He already is.
Well, he'll be more famous than just locally.
McAtee off the mark on a three-pointer there. Martin misses the step back three.
The lead's been hovering right around that 10-point margin. Foxcroft unable to really cut into it.
Underneath, Wheaton with a size advantage over Harmon Weeks. Lost the handle. McAtee recovers it. Urema. And a 3-second call on Flynn. Over to the Ponies.
Heading the other way. That was good IQ, though, to find Wheaton in the post, but the Ponies did a nice job really collapsing on him. So he definitely had the height advantage over Harmon Weeks.
Minute 40 to go, third quarter. Crocker gets away from Flynn. And we're going to get a push call on the Wildcats.
Believe it's going to be on Flynn. It is.
15 foul on Prescal. Bullier will be in for Flynn. He'll be in for Urema. Martin on the set play knocks down the three.
Well executed there. Get him curling out around. Got his feet set underneath him.
He's got 21 in the game. McAtee out to Flynn. Baseline jumper got hammered by Witten. And they're going to give him the shooting foul. Wasn't sure if they were going to say it was after the shot, but.
No, he's still in the air when he came down, yep. Official sticking with it again. The trail official watching the defender close out. Lunging at him. Creating the contact. McAtee, he's picked up some offensive rebounds for the Wildcats here this afternoon.
Wheaton with it. Crosses over. Now a left-hand dribble and a 5-second call on Wheaton. So it's 47-39, a minute 5 to go in the third quarter.
Good opportunity here for the Ponies. Drained the three in the last possession. Put some more points on the board here.
Harmon Weeks with a screen from Crocker. Wheaton reaching in, knocks it loose. They fight for it. Bollier gets on Harmon Weeks, and now they find McAtee in transition. Dumps it down underneath to Flynn. Both officials have a foul, and it'll be Noah Flynn headed right back to the line.
Nice job there. Good hustle by the Wildcats, creating the turnover out front here. I believe it was McAtee that came down under control, jump stops, drops the pass off. Doesn't pick up that pass crash that we've seen earlier in the game.
Dean is in for Harmon Weeks as Flynn makes the first. Makes the second as well. Back out to a 10-point advantage for the Wildcats. 40 seconds left in third quarter. Martin, that'd be a 2 if it falls, and it does.
Well, Wildcats had done a pretty good job of slowing him down, but 5 points in the last minute or so here.
Yeah, he's got 23 in the game. At the free throw line, McAtee.
I think they're going to try to hold it for one. McAtee definitely had an open look there from the free throw lane. Going to keep an eye on the official, make sure there's no count going.
Whedon into the lane. Will pull up, knock it down.
Well timed, didn't give Foxcroft much. All they had was that heave. Good execution. End of the third quarter for the Wildcats.
Score at the end of 3. Presque Isle 51, Foxcroft 41. We're back for the final stanza in 60 seconds on WHOU.
Lincoln Power Sports is the leading ATV, snowmobile parts, accessories, and outdoor equipment dealer in Lincoln. Whether you're looking for the latest new products from BRP, Can-Am, Skidoo, or today's best clothing and accessories, we've got it. It's no wonder riders and customers trust Lincoln Power Sports for ATV and snowmobile service and installation of parts and accessories. Stop by our store or browse our extensive online catalog from anywhere in the world. Call 207-794-8100. We would love to hear from you.
Aroostook Limousines and Ace Rent-A-Car get you there in style. Aroostook Limousines has 8 and 12 passenger limousines and a 20 passenger party bus for evenings out, proms, weddings, birthdays, concerts, whatever the celebration. Travel anywhere in state. And Ace Rent-A-Car specializes in insurance rentals and has locations in Presque Isle, Holton, and Patton at Savage Paint and Body. Ace offers everything from compact cars to vans. Ace Rent-A-Car. We do it right and we make it easy. Reach both businesses at 768-7368.
Starting the fourth quarter as the three-pointer missed there by Presque Isle. Flynn and Witten had a tough collision inside the lane. They let him play. And now Foxcroft with the basketball. Martin trying to split 2 defenders. He does. Not sure how he got that shot off, but he did.
Well, looked like he lost the handle of the ball, and it went right between the two Wildcats. He steps through and picks it up, lays it in.
51-43, McAtee across the arc, finds Bollier. Trying to get around Crocker. Out to Wheaton, jab steps, goes left. Now McAtee, they swing it to Malachi Cummings. The freshman gets a screen, will jack it up for 3 while off the mark. That'll be a turnover over to Foxcroft. John Mapps leading Caribou 29-24. Nearing the end of the third quarter in girls basketball action over in Caribou. Crocker steps into a triple. Gets the friendly bounce, hit the rim, hit the backboard, then went in. That's Crocker's third 3, and the lead is down to 5.
Yeah, fortuitous bounce there for the Ponies. Closest it's been in a while.
Full timeout called by head coach Terry Cummings. We'll take a 30-second break. 6:56 to go in the fourth. Presque Isle up by 5. We're back in 30 seconds on WHOU.
Hello, this is Tony Bowers at Bowers Funeral, and we want to wish good luck to all area basketball teams, boys and girls, as you strive for the gold ball at the end of the season. We are proud to be a part of your communities and our family serving your family since 1900. Good luck, play hard, and above all, be good sportsmen.
Be good for Nana, okay? I love you.
A moment like this is decades in the making. The County Federal Credit Union, partnering with you to achieve financial success so you can enjoy the moments that matter. CountyFCU.org.
Cats have to settle the tide.
Wheaton, tough look that time. Poked to space by Martin, recovered by the Wildcats. Cummings around his defender, puts it up, no good. They fight for it. Wheaton saves it. Fortunately for the Wildcats, right to Bullier. He gets hit in the face on the layup attempt. And Sam Bullier will head to the line for 2 free throws.
Well, the last couple possessions, Wildcats taking some tough shots. Haven't been falling for him. Bullier draws the foul, able to get to the free throw line, maybe get some points on the board from here.
This is the free throw. Misses them both. Rebound fought for and down to Brad Witten. His outlet pass to Caden Crocker. Martin hesitates at the top of the key. Underneath to Witten, backing down. We'll kick it back out to Crocker, and a 3-second count on Witten.
Well, empty possession for the Ponies. Still plenty of time, but you don't want to have many of those coming down the stretch.
Wheaton finds McAtee at the mid-post, out to Flynn. Baseline jumper is good.
Well, that time there, they had a little ball movement. Got the ball in the high post, kick it to the short corner. Defense doesn't react, and Noah Flynn knocks down the 16-footer.
Witten sets the screen for Martin, got hit on the wrist. And it'll be 3 free throws upcoming for Logan Martin.
No question, both officials had it. Make all 3, cut it to 4 points.
So Martin, leading scorer in the game with 23, make it 24. Makes the second as well. Doesn't waste much time at the line.
I like that. Got a routine, spin, a few dribbles, put it up there.
Makes all 3.
Smooth.
So 53-49. This is the closest Foxcroft has been in quite some time. Bullier with it. Goes right back to McAtee for 3. No good. Rebound fought for him. McAtee will recover it, and then he gets bumped by Crocker. And now McAtee will head to the line for 2 free throws as Foxcroft is now over the threshold of 10 fouls.
Well, the last time the Wildcats went to the line, they come up empty. Xavier McAtee doing a nice job. Offensive rebounding here today.
He's at 11 points, somewhere, I'd say, over 10 rebounds this game.
No question. And you mentioned third scoring option. Obviously, Wheaton and Cummings. This could be Xavier McAtee's moment where he gains that confidence to be that third option. Going to wave that one off.
Violation on Noah Flynn. So it'll be 1 point at the line for McAtee, even though the second one went through. It's a 5-point lead. Martin stripped and stolen by Bullier cleanly. Bounces it to Cummings to the basket. Hit on the head by Crocker. And 2 free throws upcoming for the freshman Cummings, but Bullier providing the defense there with a clean takeaway.
Well, he did, and what a tough pass to get it to Cummings in the open floor. Left-handed bounce pass around a defender.
Cummings, who's been good at the line so far this afternoon, misses the first.
And we talk about the pass, but also the catch by Cummings out in the open floor at full speed.
Misses them both, so the Wildcats come up empty.
Well, free throws have been an Achilles heel here.
Martin back the other way. Crocker in the corner. Guarded by McAtee. Dumps it to Witten underneath at the block. Lost the handle. It goes off of Witten. It'll go over to Prescott.
Yeah, he had good post position as well. Just mishandles the power dribble.
As we approach just around 5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. 5-point advantage for the Wildcats. They led by 10 heading into the fourth quarter. Flynn in the corner. Nice position underneath for Wheaton. Dean went straight up, blocks Wheaton, but right to Bullier. His mid-range jumper is off the mark, and Ames will let it go out of play. It'll be Pony basketball.
The Pony's doing a nice job on a defensive end. Shutting down the Wildcats here. Keeping it within 5. Been as low as 4.
Ames, left-hand dribble out to Crocker. He's knocked down 3. Make it 4 as he buries it from deep.
Here come the Ponies. Just stopping. No timeout. Just stopping to get the net down. You know, that's it can help you. It can hurt you if it certainly helped the Ponies there. Stop play. Let them get set up in their defense.
As pass intended for Bullier, he was going to set a screen. It'll be another turnover back to Foxcroft.
He was never looking at the basketball. And I don't know if maybe the pass maybe should not have been thrown. As he really never saw it coming.
So the Ponies have a chance to take the lead with a 3 here, and we know they shoot a lot of them. Dean across the arc, guarded by Wheaton.
We've also had a couple occasions where they found Witten down low.
Inside out dribble, Martin at the mid-post, looking for Ames on the backdoor feed. It's still loose, and we're going to get a foul call here on, I believe, Ames.
Yeah, it should be. Initially, that's why the ball got popped loose, as he hit Flynn on the arms.
This is the 4th on Ames, so Caden Crocker and Lucas Ames both with 4 fouls.
And Ames will have to be especially careful. He has been really tagging Malachi Cummings.
Flynn misses the free throw. Flynn will get set for the second. Makes that one. Noel Flynn in the game with 6 points, and the lead is 3 for Presque Isle. Hard screen set, and we're going to get a hand check call on Noah Flynn.
Well, that'll be the 7th team foul, so
that'll be the 4th on Noah Flynn.
Foxcroft will be able to shoot free throws on all fouls by the Wildcats now. Last time he was there, he went 3 for 3.
See what he does this time. Free throw in the air. That one pops out. And the rebound down to Xavier McAtee. Cummings into the front court for the Wildcats, the freshman. Guarded closely by Ames. McAtee hands off to Cummings. Ames on him. And we're going to get a double dribble call on Malachi Cummings.
Heading back to the Ponies. Both teams really not capitalizing on their offensive end of the floor.
Ames kicks it out to Dean. Wheaton closes out on him. Dean looking for any sort of space. Wheaton's done a nice job defensively on him, closing out on the shooter. Martin up top to Witten. Hands off to Caleb Crocker. 12 points in the game, all from beyond the arc. Screen set for Martin. Steps back, launches it for 3. Off to the right.
Well, he had the screen there. Step back to create the space, but that was long range.
.3:15 to go fourth quarter. 55-52. Presque Isle leads it. Wheaton along the baseline. Nice look to McAtee for the easy 2.
He was just at the high post, and when Wheaton drove by, he dives down, and good drop off. Oh, nice hands there by Wheaton as well.
Strips Martin back to the way. Witten pokes it free. It's still loose. Bullier rips it away, puts up the shot. Doesn't go. Flynn is there, the putback, as things get a bit physical outside of the play. And a foul call here on Foxcroft. It's going to go on Ames, and he will foul out.
Well, as you say, certainly there's all kinds of contact there. Eventually Noah Flynn draws the foul.
And Caden Crocker will check in after Ames is now fouled out.
And he was a lockdown defender for the Ponies. We'll see what matchup or how they want to handle guarding Cummings.
Flynn is attempting his 7th and 8th free throw of the second half.
He had a big 16-footer on the baseline a few minutes ago.
Makes 2 for 2 there, and after it was 55-52, Prescott with a quick 4-0 spurt, and the lead is back out to 59-52. So full timeout called. We'll take a 30-second break. 2:46 to go in the fourth quarter. Prescott at 59-52. We're back in 30 seconds on WHOU.
County Ag and Turf Supply is at its new home on 7 Dow Siding Road in Caribou, offering the same great service. Randy and Jerry are working hard to supply the county with the best products. They offer Blue Seal Feed, Sentinel, Inspire, and Dynasty and Triple Crown for your equine, Home Fresh Extra Egg and Multi-Flock Pellets, and Crumples and Mealworm for your poultry, Entrust Pet Food for your cat or dog, Minerals for your beef and dairy. They have feed for all your livestock. County Ag and Turf Supply also has wood pellets, lubricants, and of course, Willow the Blue Seal Rabbit on the premises. Stop by County Ag and Turf Supply today.
Back on WHOU, Steve Carmichael with Bobby Russell, John Humphrey on the camera, Daniel Ross, our video producer. 7-point advantage for Prescal over Foxcroft Academy, 2:46 remaining in the fourth quarter. Foxcroft got it to 55-52, just a 3-point game, but since then had their opportunities, but haven't been able to draw any closer than that. As Crocker with it for the Ponies. Finds the cutting Martin, trying to get around Bullier. He's now double teamed. Has it in the lane and is hit by Flynn, and that will be number 5 on Noah Flynn.
He's provided them some nice minutes here.
He will foul out with 8 points. And Connor Rideout will check in. So it'll be Logan Martin at the line for 2 shots. This is the first. Really missed free throws on both sides.
Yeah, both ball clubs can look back at the stat line and say you definitely have to shoot a higher percentage.
So it's a 2-possession ball game, a 6-point advantage for Prescal. 2.5 remaining in the fourth quarter. Bullier goes out to McAtee.
You know, Wildcats, they can really be patient, spread the floor now with a 6-point lead.
Bullier, around Crocker. Hand off to Malachi Cummings. Cummings with an inside-out dribble. Gets to the elbow, leans in, puts up the shot, spins out, and a foul on the rebounding action will go on Foxcroft.
I believe it might be on Jed Dean. Kind of watching off the ball. He was a little bit handsy on with Caleb Wheaton trying to make cuts. Official picked up on that.
Seven points in the game for Wheaton, and that's the lead for the Wildcats. Wheaton will look to extend it, and he does. So now it's up to 8 as we hit 2 minutes to play.
And the Ponies, they're really going to have to force the issue on this end of the floor.
Crocker. And we're going to get a foul call on, it looks like Bullier.
Well, it'll be 1-on-1. They won't be taking it out of bounds.
That's the 9th team foul. So it'll be I believe the foul was on Logan Martin. That Bullier fouled Martin, but Dean is headed to the line. No?
No, I don't believe so. Okay. I think off the ball, it was a foul against Dean.
as Dean misses the free throw. So it looked like one of the
I
officials
could be
pointed at
mistaken.
Martin.
Yeah.
So
keep an eye on the count.
McAtee.
It's almost time where Foxcroft might want to foul. I know you're going to put him on the line for 2, but allowing the Wildcats to run this much time off the clock and not creating a turnover.
Bullier bounces it to right out. Yeah, looks like we got a
timeout by the Wildcats.
It's a 60-second timeout. We'll take it with head coach Terry Cummings. 1:07 to go. Presque Isle up by 8. We're back in 60 seconds on WHOU.
Want that special item for this year's high school basketball season to show your team support? Cushman & Sons, locally owned and operated in Presque Isle, has team sportswear and will do custom embroidery, screen printing, logo design, digital and printing, as well as banners, decals, and other vinyl works. Cushman & Sons also can design trophies, awards, and add specialty items. Cushman & Sons, 764-3833 or CushmanandSonsInc.com. And don't forget to visit and like their Facebook page. If you can think it, Cushman & Sons will say, yeah, we can do that.
Back at Presque Isle High School on WHOU. Wildcats leading by 8 with just over a minute to play. Bullier is fouled.
And that's what Coach Erickson wanted earlier. Definitely got the point across in the timeout. Get the clock stopped. Make your free throws if you're the Wildcats from here on out. Ice the game.
Bullier misses the first.
Notice he's got side spin on the ball, Stevie.
Does he?
Yeah.
He does. As the rebound comes down to Caden Crocker off the 2 missed free throws.
And if you're the Wildcats, just stay in front. If you give something up, that's okay, but keep the clock running. You don't want to make a foul.
As Cummings falls to the floor there, playing the defense on Crocker. And headed back to the free throw line of the Wildcats. This time it'll be Connor Rideout. Rideout misses the first. Second one in the air for Rideout is off the mark as well. Foxcroft still hanging around here. Witten lobs a pass intended for Crocker. Was a bit too high for Crocker to handle. We get into Malachi Cummings. And a reach-in foul called on Caden Crocker. That'll be his 5th foul. Malachi Cummings at the line, 20 points on the evening. Cummings misses the first free throw.
Timeout, Foxcroft Academy. 30-second timeout.
So a 30-second timeout called by head coach Erickson. As Presque Isle right now is leading 61-53 with 37.4 seconds to play. A bunch of basketball upcoming after Christmas. On the 27th, we'll have all the games for the Maine Basketball Hall of Fame Classic. That will be subscription-based. If you can't watch that, we'll still have some free basketball to view. Ellsworth and Caribou, that doubleheader will be on Friday at 5 and 6:30. We'll also have the Old Town and Holton doubleheader at 6 and 7:30. So still tons of basketball upcoming in the month of December here on WHOU, as well as January, jam-packed, as a violation called on Presque Isle. That time it went on right out. So it'll be Foxcroft basketball. Quickly back into the front court, Logan Martin out to Dorr. Now Martin guarded by Bullier, under 30 seconds to go. Crocker trying to find an opening. McAtee out on him. Martin will let it fly from Steph Curry range. Misfires. And Malachi Cummings climbs the ladder to haul in the board. Back the other way, and Cummings is fouled in the backcourt. So it looks like Presque Isle, 16 seconds left, will pick up another victory. They'll go to 3-2 as they get back in the win column. Presque Isle's next game will be at home against MDI. And then they'll play Ellsworth on Saturday. Free throw missed by Cummings. And Foxcroft Academy's next game, they will be at Old Town next Tuesday. As a missed free throw once again for Presque Isle. Martin races back the other way, puts up the running floater. Doesn't go. And that will just about do it, as Foxcroft will let time expire, and Presque Isle will pick up the victory 61-53 over Foxcroft Academy. We will take a 2-minute break. When we come back, we'll have our Pat's Pizza post-game guest after this on WHOU.
Hi from Jeans, where you'll find better TV and more ways to enjoy it. Get 190 channels for $59.99 a month with Dish. Plus, get a free voice remote on us. And remember, we're also trained Nest Pros and deliver white glove service for all kinds of smart home solutions, like the Google Nest Learning Thermostat or the Google Nest Cam Outdoor, which lets you look after your home from anywhere so you can travel worry-free. So come and visit our newest location on Stillwater in Bangor, or visit us online to find a local store near you.
Don't get flush traded. Get Rick Hannigan Plumbing and Heating to handle all your pipes. Master Plumber Rick is ready to get your pipes back in action. Give Rick a call today at 538-7131 and like him on Facebook.
Scoville Building Supplies may be a little store, but it's a whole lot more. You can find most anything you need at Scoville Building Supplies: plumbing, painting, lumber, windows, or doors. Everything you will need for your construction, remodeling, updating, or building. Call Scoville Building Supplies today at 425-3192.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Out here, builders choose Advantech products to provide a durable base that helps prevent bouncing and warping. So in here, you can enjoy the beauty of luxurious finished floors without worrying about pops, squeaks, or creaks. Because out here, and in here, there's no better sound than the peace and quiet that comes from Advantech products. The flat-out best for a quiet, stiff floor.
Excellence at ground level is what you get with J. McLaughlin Construction in Holton. Founded in 2012, the company plans the construction of streets, residential areas, and commercial buildings, and they are involved in both public and private projects. Their high-quality work and
A little bit about defensive effort really being a key.
Yeah, we did do a better defense lately because the past couple games we haven't been the best, but we have lately done pretty good.
Absolutely, and now I noticed today, like you were an animal on the boards, offensive and defensive, both sides of the basketball. Really kept a lot of possessions alive for the Wildcats. Is that a little intrinsic motor, just getting after it?
Yeah, I got my confidence back because lately I haven't, but then I picked it up.
Well, certainly did play with a lot of confidence. To me, it looked like a couple big baskets. A lot of times the kids find you kind of hang back on the weak side, low block, and you're able to get a couple points that way as well.
Yes. Yeah.
How did that all generate or develop?
We just find the open man, and that's how I get there.
All right, now talk a little bit about the Wildcats upcoming. Off now for a few days, but you got the Ellsworth MDI 3-2 record. Kind of some goals maybe, and looking forward at Ellsworth MDI coming in.
Yeah, we got to work on our defense, and if we can stop them, then we'll be really good.
All right, well, congratulations, and here's a gift from Pat's Pizza. Best of luck the rest of the way. Back to you, Stevie.
All right, that was our Pat's Pizza post-game guest, Xavier McAtee, the victorious Presque Isle Wildcats. The final numbers for you for Foxcroft Academy, who drops to 2-4. They were led by Logan Martin, who had 27. Caleb Crocker had 12, 5 from Lucas Ames. Jed Dean with 3. Alexis Fidalgo and Caden Crocker with 2. On the other side for Presque Isle, who improved to 3-2. They're led by Malachi Cummings with 20. Xavier McAtee with 14. Noah Flynn with 8, as did Caleb Wheaton. Sam Bullier with 5. Ben Ryan, Noah Urema, and Mason Fletcher with 2. So the Presque Isle varsity teams pick up 2 victories, the girls and the boys, and that will do it for our broadcast this evening. For everybody involved in the broadcast, Daniel Ross producing back at the station, camera guy John Humphrey, my broadcast partner Bobby Russell. I'm Steve Carmichael. We'll see you following Christmas. Have a Merry Christmas, everybody. And we'll see you after for Ellsworth and Caribou on the 27th. Have a good night, everybody.